Hello students, I am Dr. D.D. Kumbar, Department of Chemistry, Ferguson College, Pune. Today we are going to see the remaining part of the chapter number 16, that is green chemistry and nanochemistry. From this chapter, today we are going to see nanomaterials. After that, zero-dimensional nanomaterials, one-dimensional nanomaterials, two-dimensional nanomaterials, and after that we are going to see the characteristic features of nanoparticles. Let us, we will move to the PowerPoint presentation. This is the table 16.3, illustrations of 0, 1, 2 dimensions. We have seen two-dimensional nanostructures. For example, thin films. A two-dimensional nanostructure is one in which one dimension is in the nanoscale. Now we'll see this table. Nanomaterial dimensions, nanomaterial type, and example it is given. All three dimensions which are less than 100 nanometer. So in this nanomaterial type, that is the nanoparticles, quantum dots, nanoshells, nanorings, microcapsules. Okay. So what is by quantum dot? Quantum dot is nothing but are the tiny semiconductor particles a few nanometers in size, having optical and electronic properties that differ from larger particles due to quantum mechanics. They are central topic in nano. So that is meaning of that quantum dots. Now in example you will see that this yellow color that dot is there, that is the quantum dot. Okay, or it may be nanoparticle, it may be nanoshell, it may be nanoring or microcapsule. Okay. Secondly, you will see that two dimensions which are less than 100 nanometer. So nanotubes, fibers, nanowires, like that. On this square, you can observe that here yellow colored rod like structure is there. Okay. So this is a nanotube or it may be a fiber or a nanowire like that structure. Okay. After that, we are going to see next one dimensions which is less than 100 nanometer. So in this, it includes that thin films, layers and coatings. So you will observe that yellow color here, this whole structure, it is nothing but the thin films, okay, or layer, you can say that. So this is about the illustration of 0, 1, 2 dimensions. Now we'll see the definition of nanochemistry. Nanochemistry means it is the combination of chemistry and nanoscience. It deals with designing and synthesis of materials of nanoscale with different size and shape, structure and composition, and their organization into functional architectures. Nanochemistry is used in chemical, physical, material science as well as engineering, biological, and medical applications. So do you know that a very highly useful application of nanochemistry is medicine? A simple skin care product of nanochemistry is sunscreen. Sunscreen contains nanoparticles of zinc oxide, that is the ZNO, that is zinc oxide, and titanium dioxide, that is TiO2. These chemicals protect the skin against harmful UV radiations or ultraviolet rays by absorbing or reflecting the light and prevent the skin from damage. Okay. Now we'll see the next point, that is the characteristic features of nanoparticles. Characteristic features of nanoparticles. What makes the science at nanoscale special is that at such a small scale, different laws dominate over those that we experience in our everyday life. Now from this, we'll see the color. It is an optical property that is different at nanoscale. Elemental gold, as we know, has nice shining yellow color. However, if you had only 100 gold atoms arranged in cube, its color would be much more red. Okay. Now we'll see in this figure, that is 16.4, that is formation of gold nanoparticles solution having the different color. Okay. So see the figure A. So you will observe that yellow color of gold. Okay. After that, another container B, you will observe the different color. It is slightly reddish. Okay. And for the figure C, you will observe the color slightly, it is pinkish color. Okay. So this is the variation of gold nanoparticles color solution. After that, we'll see the surface area. High surface to volume ratio is a very important characteristic of nanoparticles. If a bulk material is subdivided into a group of individual nanoparticles, the total volume remains the same, but the collective surface area is largely increased with large surface area for the same volume. These small particles react much faster because more surface area provides more number of reaction sites, leading to more chemical reactivity. The explanation of increase in surface area with decrease in particle size. So figure 16.5 shows the surface area. When a cube of 1 meter cube were progressively cut into smaller cube unit until cube of 1 nanometer cube formed. Okay. Now we'll see in this figure that this is the first figure here. So area it is about the 6 into 1 meter square, that is equal to 6 meter square. So you'll observe that here area. So same cube, but here it is divided another that blocks here. That's 6 into 1 by 2 meter bracket square into 8. Means it is that first cube, it is divided into 8 parts. So here you are getting 12 meter cube, 12 meter square. You will get the 12 meter square area. Okay. That same box here, when it is divided in 27 parts, so that will be the area is equal to 6 into 1 by 3 meter square into 27. So you will get 18 meter square. So this is about the surface area. So here, this last figure, they are having the 27 part. The second figure, it is having the only 8 parts. And the first figure, it is having the only 1 part. Okay. So there are number of parts. So there will be the reacting sites be more. Okay. So please remember this surface area of nanoparticles. After that, we are going to see the next point, catalytic activity. Due to increase in surface area with decrease in particle size, nanomaterial based catalysts show increased catalytic activity. Usually, they are heterogeneous catalysts. That means catalysts are in a solid form and the reactions occur on the surface of the catalyst. Nanoparticle catalysts can be easily separated and can be recycled. Example, that is palladium, platinum, metal nanoparticles used in hydrogenation reactions. TiO2, titanium dioxide and zinc oxide are used in photocatalysis. Gold in bulk form is unreactive, but the gold nanoparticles are found to be very good catalyst for various organic reactions. After that, we are going to see the next point, that is history of nanotechnology. History of nanotechnology. Nanomaterials have been produced and used by humans for hundreds of years. However, understanding of certain materials as nanostructured materials is relatively recent due to the development of advanced tools, that is sophisticated instruments. It has been possible to reveal the information at nanoscale. So here you will see beautiful ruby red color of some ancient glass painting is due to gold and silver nanoparticles trapped in the glass matrix. Okay, I will show this slide here. This is the beautiful ruby red color of some ancient glass painting is due to gold and silver nanoparticles trapped in the glass matrix. So you will observe this figure. So here the paintings, you will observe that paintings, this is the painting because of here nanoparticles which are trapped in the glass matrix. Now here, initially you can see that here Watson and Crick 1953, they have started the study of this nanotechnology. After that you will find that Richard Feynman in 1959, after that von Neumann machines, that 1966 he has studied. Further that study has been done, and after that 1986, so Erich Drexler has studied, and further in 1989, Forsyth that Institute 89 it was established, and further at National Nanotechnology Initiative, that INR, that in 1999 it was established, and further that Center for the Responsible Nanotechnology has been established. Okay, so there is a contribution of many scientists for this development of nanotechnology. So scientists contributed to the nanotechnology. So you will observe from this chart. Okay, so here number B, that is the decorative glaze or metallic film known as luster found on some medieval poetry. Found in some medieval pottery is due to certain spherical metallic nanoparticles. Then C figure, small letter C, carbon black is a nanostructured material that is used in types of car to increase the life of tire. Discovery in 1900. Carbon nanotubes are made up of graphite sheets with nano-sized diameter. They have highest strength. Then next part, that fumed silica, a component of silicon rubber, coatings, sealants and adhesives, is also nanostructured material. So what in by sealant? Sealant means that material used for sealing sometimes so as to make it airtight or watertight. That is meaning of the sealant. Then we will see the classification of nanomaterials. Classification of nanomaterials. A part, that is the zero-dimensional sphere and clusters. Okay, so here in figure A, you will observe that zero-dimensional spheres and clusters. Okay, and in the figure B, you will observe that one-dimensional nanofibers, wires and rods. Okay, in C figure, two-dimensional films, plates and networks. Okay, and figure number D, you will observe that three-dimensional nanomaterials. Okay. So figure 16.15 indicates that classification of nanomaterials. Then we will see the applications of nanomaterials. Nanochemistry has already contributed to a number of innovative products in various disciplines because of their unique physical, chemical, optical, structural, catalytic properties and so on. Few applications are given below. Nanomaterials can contribute to stronger, lighter, cleaner and smarter surfaces and systems. They are used in the manufacturing of scratch-proof eyeglasses, transport, sunscreen, crack-resistant paints and so on. Then next application, small letter B, used in electronic devices. For example, magneto-resistive random access memory, MRAM. That is the magneto-resistive random access memory. Then next part C, nanotechnology. Nanotechnology plays an important role in water purification techniques. Water contains waterborne pathogens like viruses, bacteria. 1.1 billion people are without access to an improved water supply. So what is meant by pathogens? Pathogens means a bacterium, virus or other microorganisms that can cause the disease. Okay. The provision of safe drinking water is currently a high priority. Recently, cost-effective filter materials coated with silver nanoparticles, that is AGNPS, that is the silver nanoparticles, is an alternative technology. For example, water purifier silver nanoparticles acts as highly effective bacterial disinfectant. Remove E. coli from water. So what in by E. coli? E. coli means that is Escherichia coli is a type of bacteria that normally lives in your intestines. It is also found in gut of some animals. Most types of E. coli are harmless and even help keep your digestive tract healthy. Then next, D part, self-cleaning materials. Lotus is an example of self-cleaning. The lotus plant, that is the Nelumbo nucifera, although grows in muddy water, its leaves always appear clean. The plant leaves are super hydrophobic, tending to repel. What in by super hydrophobic? Hydrophobic, tending to repel water or fail to mix with water, or hydrowater phobia, fearing or hating. Hydrophobic describes the fact that non-polar substances do not combine with water molecules. Nanostructures on lotus leaves repel water, which carries dirt as it rolls off. Rolls off means to fall or move from on top. Lotus effect is the basis of self-cleaning windows. Do you know that? Sol gel process are used in the motor vehicle industry to produce water repellent coating for windscreens or exterior mirrors. Okay. The next point, nanoparticles and nanotechnology, that is the advantages. The first advantage, that revolution in electronics and computing. Second advantage, energy sector nanotechnology will make solar power more economical. Energy storage devices will become more efficient. Number 3, medical field. Manufacturing of smart drugs helps cure faster and without side effects, curing of life-threatening diseases like cancer and diabetes. What are the disadvantages? Despite the possibilities and the advancement that the nanotechnology offers to the world, there also exists certain potential risks involved with the disadvantages of it. Nanotechnology has raised the standard of living, but at the same time, it has increased the pollution, which includes air pollution. The pollution caused by nanotechnology is known as nanopollution. This kind of pollution is very dangerous for living organisms. Nanoparticles can cause lung damage. Inhaled particulated matter can be deposited throughout the human respiratory tract and then deposit in lungs. The characteristics of nanoparticles that are relevant for health effects are size, chemical composition and shape. So these are the disadvantages and advantages of nanoparticles and nanotechnology. Okay, here we have completed this chapter. So after that, I am going to show you the slides which are related with the questions on green chemistry and nanochemistry. So according to the new pattern syllabus, for the question pattern, new question pattern, I have prepared some questions, including that multiple choice questions. So I will show you that. The section A, it is for the 18 marks. It is for the 18 marks. Select and write correct answer of the following questions. Okay. So question carries the 1 mark. There are 10 questions. So total marks are for 10. So question number 1, select and write the correct answer. There are number 1 to 10. 10 numbers are there. Okay. The first question is that the concept of green chemistry was coined by dash dash dash. Okay. So I have given the 4 answers here. So from that you will choose it correct answer. So for the sake of your understanding, directly I had written the answers by the red paint. Okay. So answer for this first question is that is Paul T. Anastas. Second question, nowadays benzene hexachloride BHC is used as, here the correct answer is insecticide. Number 3, adipic acid is widely used in, correct answer is polymer industry. Fourth number question, adipic acid is enzymatically synthesized from glucose. Polythene terephthalate is used in microwavable food trays. Okay. Polystyrene is used in. So 4 answers are here actually. The shampoos, bottles, microwavable food trays, cooking oil bottles, disposable cups and plates. But correct answer is D, that is disposable cups and plates. Low density polyethylene used in bread and shopping bags, then microwavable food trays, cooking oil bottles, disposable cups and plates. Correct answer is bread and shopping bags. 1 nanometer is 10 raised to minus 9 meter, 10 raised to minus 8 meter, 10 raised to minus 7 meter, 10 raised to minus 6 meter. Okay. So correct answer is that 10 raised to minus 9 meter. Heterogeneous catalyst, that means catalysts are in solid form and the reactions occur on the 4 answers are here, that is surface of the reactant, surface of the product, surface of the solvent, surface of the catalyst. Okay. Colloids are solid particles with diameters of 1 to 100 nanometer, 10 to 100 nanometer, 1 to 10 nanometer, 1 to 1000 nanometer. Correct answer is 1 to 100 nanometer. Next question, aging of the gel means during that period gel transfers into a solid mass, into a vapor mass, into a liquid mass, into a semi-solid mass, into a solid mass. So these questions, they are omitted from the syllabus actually. Now this question number 2, answer the following. So each question carries 1 mark. There are 8 questions. So total marks carry that 8. Number are 1 to 8. What is by green chemistry? Okay, this is for the 1 mark only. How many are principles of green chemistry and who has enunciated? What is by atom economy? What is the formula for percent atom economy? What is the use of catalyst? What is the nanoscience? What is meant by nanotechnology? What is the use of transmission electron microscopy? And this question, 8, 9 and 10 questions. 8 question it is not in your syllabus right now, 8 and 9. But 10 number is there. What is the use of silver nanoparticles? Section B, it carries the 16 marks. So there are 8 questions and each question carry the 2 mark. Okay. So question number 3 to question number 14 are there. SA means short answer type 1. Short answer type 1. Okay. Explain the second principle of green chemistry, that is atom economy. Explain the third principle of green chemistry, less hazardous chemical synthesis. Number 3, explain the fourth principle of green chemistry, designing safer chemicals. Then fourth, explain the first principle of green chemistry, prevention of waste or byproducts. Then question number 5, explain the fifth principle of green chemistry, use safer solvent and auxiliaries. Then question number 6, explain the sixth principle of green chemistry, design for energy efficiency. So each question carries the 2 marks. Explain the seventh principle of green chemistry, use of renewable feedstock. 8 number, explain the 8th principle of green chemistry, reduce derivatives, minimization of steps. Next question, explain the 9th principle of green chemistry, use of catalysis. Number 10, explain the 10th principle of green chemistry, design for the degradation. 11th number, explain the 11th principle of green chemistry, real-time analysis, pollution prevention. Question number 12, explain the 12th principle of green chemistry, safer chemistry for accident prevention. Then what is the role of green chemistry? What are the 0 and 1 two-dimensional nanoscale system? Write any two characters features of nanoparticles. Write any two applications of nanomaterials. Write disadvantages of nanoparticles and nanotechnology. Write reactions for the preparation of meta-hydroxybenzoic acid from meta-hydroxybenzaldehyde. So this is the section C. Okay. So carries the 24 marks. Each question carries 3 marks. There are 8 questions. Okay. For this question, there is a combination of section A and section B. Section D, so carries the 12 marks. Okay. These are the questions including this. Okay. Just you can try it yourself. Already we have studied. Here we have finished the syllabus. With the help of PowerPoint presentation, today we have completed this chapter, that is the green chemistry and nanochemistry. Today we have studied nanomaterials, then definition of nanochemistry and characteristic features of nanoparticles. Thank you very much.